let's talk about some of the players in the Bakken that investors maybe should be aware of, maybe should pay attention to for their portfolios. And to start off, let's talk about Continental Resources. It's one of the largest players in the region. They claim to be the largest leaseholder in the Bakken. They also have leading positions in Oklahoma and the Scoop Stack plays. What's going on with Continental Resources right now? What should investors pay attention to?
Yeah, they've been kind of the first mover out there, so they were able to gobble up a bunch of land back in the early part of the drilling boom, and they've been able to just steadily drill that, and they have so much drillable land out there that they can grow and grow and grow. This year, between their Bakken land and their Stack Scoop play, they think they can grow production. It's like 20 to 24%, which is phenomenal for a company that size. And in addition to that, they can produce cash flow. Back during the drilling boom, companies were just drilling as fast as they could. They were taking on debt, issuing new stock, whatever they could to drill more wells. Well, now with returns as good as they are, companies like Continental are able to just produce excess cash and still grow fast, which is great for investors because now they're actually making profits. They're able to use that money. In Continental's case, they might use it to institute a dividend, which is crazy for shale companies to actually be paying a dividend, but that's what they're looking at. They could possibly buy back stock. They're also using that money to do some creative things. One of the things they're looking at is they're doing a mineral partnership with Franco-Nevada, which is a gold and silver streaming company. It's a $220 million deal, which will basically give them funds to drill more wells. They'll offset their capital program, but they can use this as another growth vehicle. So there's just a lot that they're doing out there. Well run. Their founder has been one of the champions of shale, Harold Hamm. He's constantly on places like CNBC talking about how great the Bakken can be, and he's really done a good job putting together a company that's geared towards that play.
Yeah, and Matt, let's talk a little bit more about this partnership with Franco-Nevada, because it was really interesting to me. I saw one of the more recent Continental Resources earnings calls, John Hart, which is their CFO and treasurer, said that this is a first of its kind partnership between a streaming type resource company and a shale producer. And it's really, they're kind of partnering together to where Franco-Nevada is going to help purchase the new leases, while Continental is going to work along with them to choose the new places that they're interested in drilling, and they'll get some investment from Franco-Nevada to help supply that. What do you think when you look at this deal? Do you think this is something that could become a trend more long term for other shale players, or what kind of opportunities do you think this provides differently than the way things have been done in the past?
It looks like it could be a trend. It's the second type of these companies that's formed. The other is Viper Energy, which Diamondback Energy formed a couple of years ago, and they've used it as it's kind of like an MLP. They've converted to a corporation, but where they would drop down these royalty acres, or Viper would acquire these royalty acres, and they'd use that to generate cash flow that they paid to investors. So it's kind of like an income producing vehicle. So in Continental Resources case, they're going to use this initially as a growth vehicle. They're going to try to buy up some more of these royalties and build up a company that they could turn into an IPO. They could spin it off. They have a lot of options for it, but it's another way to raise cash. Oil companies always need money, even though they're generating cash flow now. Oil prices take a dip, or they decide to grow faster, they'll need that cash sooner because they're always drilling more wells. It costs lots and lots of money to do that. So it's a way to do that and maybe free up some cash flow now that they could just buy back stock, pay down debt, something like that. So I do think it'll probably become a trend to watch for investors, especially those that like income, because that's what these will be geared towards.
Exactly. I mean, it's a novel way to raise cash. And, when it comes to the energy game, cash is king. It seems to be the case.